So let me tell you the difference though. Not just the way that I play Ryu versus Ken and the difference between those two characters, but the way people play against those characters in general. There's a huge difference the way that people approach the matchup with Ryu. So you guys know that I am a Ryu main. I've been playing Ryu for ever since Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 6. And Ryu has always been kind of like the weakling character, right? He's strong at first, and then Capcom adds more characters, and then they have more tools against fireballs and more tools against Ryu, and then Ryu falls behind, and then they try to fix a lot of Ryu things. I think right now, in my honest opinion, I think Ryu's in a really good spot right now. And I think ever since the Kusanagi tournament win, a lot of people see more potential in Ryu. I think the more that I play against other Ryus, the more potential I see in the character, to be honest. But the way that people approach the Ryu matchup is that I feel like they don't really respect the character because they know how to play against Ryu. Ryu's been around forever, right? And he kind of has the same tool set as he always had in all the different Street Fighters. So people are very familiar with this character. So the fact that people are so familiar with this character, the more likely they are to rush you down or to not respect your option. And it's really interesting because, you know, Ryu doesn't really have any strong buttons at neutral. He has a pretty good fireball, a DP, and then when he rushes you down, I think that's when people show a little bit more respect to the character. But in neutral in general, when you're first playing in the first 30 seconds, people go ham on Ryu. In my opinion, it's just that people just don't really respect this character. But it only changes when Ryu rushes down because Ryu is super strong when he rushes down. With Ken, because he has so many tools at neutral, people tend to, people know this, and they respect that space a lot more. So they don't really rush down Ken. They actually expect Ken to rush down. I feel like Ken really excels when he goes in. He has really strong buttons at neutral, and he has really strong corner carry. You're always really on defense when you're playing against Ken. And the fact that he has all those tools to really snowball the match, people don't want to get hit with anything. So they play a lot slower because they don't want to get hit with a drive rush, with a crouching median kick, drive rush into corner carry, Tatsu. They don't want to eat the damage. They don't want to see the stylish combos, all that stuff. It's just because once you're in the corner against Ken, Ken has one of the strongest corner pressure games in the game. I feel like a lot of my MR comes from people getting caught in a corner and then having to deal with my throw strike mix-up, to be honest. And I think that's how I'm getting away with winning so much with Ken, to be honest. Like, I don't really do anything special with neutral because, like I said, I don't play Ken. This is day 7, and I play very slow with Ken. But then once I get that corner carry, I think I use Ken's tool set pretty well, where people don't really know not know what to do, but it's hard to defend against it. The way that Ken feels when I play him versus Ryu, I feel like I have so many tools that I forget what I have. Like, for example, Jinrai, I rarely utilize this. Stand hard kick is really good. Stand hard punch is like my go-to button. I don't know how many games I took just by fishing with stand hard punch. It's fucking crazy. And the fact that I could do standing hard punch into Jinrai and make it somewhat safe, and people have to deal with this, and then if they get hit with the Jinrai, I get to hit confirm into the high version so I could get the knockdown and continue my pressure. Ken just has so many tools, and I feel like sometimes I feel overwhelmed, you know? But then what's great about Ken is that you don't have to use all those tools. You know what I'm saying? If you want to play Ken effectively, you have to really take the strong points in his character archetype and just run with it. And his strong points are the corner carry. His strong points are the corner pressure game. You know what I'm saying? So even though I'm not utilizing all the tools that Ken has that makes him strong, I'm utilizing his strongest, which is his corner carry and his corner pressure game. I feel like I have so much power. Like, dude, I could change the tide of the match just by getting a drive rush low forward. I don't feel that way with Ryu. When I play Ryu, I'm like, okay, I get a little bit of damage and I might be able to get him to the corner, and then I have to keep fighting again, and then hopefully I'll get him with another crouching median kick or a stand hard punch into drive rush into corner carry, like just maybe, right? But with Ken, I know the moment that I get this, look at this. I'm like mid-screen, and he's in the corner already. I only have to try it once. I only have to get this once to change the whole tide of the game, and that's what makes Ken so so unique, so good. If I want to be better with Ken, if I want to take him to the next level and get 2000 MR, legend rank, or play in tournaments with Ken, I feel like yes, definitely I should optimize Ken, and I should do my run stop combos, and then do more gen rise so I could mix up the opponent, maybe develop my corner game a little bit better. I feel like my corner game right now is pretty static. There's nothing really to it. I'm just doing strike, I'm just doing throw, and then maybe I'll go for the stand hard punch. But the really strong Kens that you see in tournaments or the super high echelon of the ranks, then you know they're doing all the tools that make Ken great in the corner. But it's so crazy how I only have to use 20% of Ken's tools to be decent with Ken, you know? Like, I could still face off against Ken mains just by doing the bare minimum. With Ryu, you're utilizing all his tool sets, and it's not a lot, but you're utilizing everything. With Ken, you don't have to. You don't have to utilize everything to play Ken. That's what's great about him. Just to recap, the biggest difference when you're playing Ryu and people are fighting you, they don't respect you. They go ham on you because they know that you don't really have that many options, but they'll start respecting you when you go for the knockdown. When you're playing Ken, right, and people are fighting against you, they don't want to get hit with anything because they know that Ken could snowball the match, and that's what makes him really strong. Now, when I'm playing Ryu and I'm fighting my opponent, I know that I have to play Ryu perfect. I have to get all the combos down. I have to make sure that I fish for all the openings and I capitalize it just to get him to the corner so I can start my real game with the Street Fighter 6 meta. When I'm playing Ken, I'm just like, all right, I could do this and I could do that. I don't have to do anything else, really, and I could still win the game. And I have so many options. Sometimes I feel overwhelmed, but it's just the woes of learning a new character. So that's definitely the biggest difference between these two characters, both on the offense and on the defense of the character too. So that's my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think. What the fuck? Nice. Whew, GG.